This is a Traps Drums A400 drum set. It's a 5-piece kit. Each drum is a piece. It comes with everything you need except a throne, and it doesn't come with cymbals. It has a hi-hat stand and 2 cymbal boom arms, a bass pedal, and a rack. The drums have regular everyday rims, drum lugs, and Remo drum heads. The rack is the same diameter as my Gibraltar rack. The uniqueness is that instead of a drum shell, it has what I think is a plastic shell with built-in mounts. So why did I get a Traps drum set? Well, I give drum lessons, and I like to have a pretty standard setup, which is a 5-piece kit, hi-hat, ride, and 2 crash cymbals. I had a Gretsch Energy Sparkle Blue kit for 5 years. It was a solid kit, but I wanted something a little bit different. The 22-inch bass drum on the Gretsch was very deep, about 18 inches I think, and forced the throne to sit on the edge of the small stage that I have it on. I was looking for something more portable. I don't have to move drums very often, but I thought it might be nice to have something more portable. The Traps drums seemed to be my best option, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So now the big question is, what does it sound like? I thought I might do a little time-lapse video of me setting it up for the first time, so here you go. Oh, and it took me about an hour to put it together, and then I took about another hour to make some adjustments and tuning and other things, but about an hour to put it together. I have a recording that you're going to be able to listen to the drum kit here in a little bit with. It was recorded with Logic Pro and some drum mics. I also have a version with the GoPro. I did some overhead shots. And I used the GoPros so you could hear a little bit more natural sound. But here, let's check out the toms. Again, this is with the iPhone. This is the high tom, medium tom, floor tom. Here's the bass drum, and the snare drum. I didn't have to do anything with these 2 high toms as far as tuning. I was actually pretty happy with how they came from the manufacturer. This tom I'm not super happy with. It's okay. I got it about as low as I could get it. It sounds okay when I had it played with music. It's all right. And then the bass drum, I've got a lot of thump to it, but it's a little ringy. I think I'm going to replace this head with a Remo Emperor SMT head, which has got some muffling in it. If I muffle it, it's pretty good. If I muffle it on both sides, you can tell even more. This is the drum head I think I'm going to get for the bass drum on the Traps kit. I'm impressed, I think, overall with the sound quality. Again, these 2 guys, they're super good. This one's okay. And the snare drum, oh my gosh. I've got it cranked pretty high. There's a nice little gawk. We've got the throw off. It's pretty good too. The hi-hat stand is fine. Didn't come with cymbals. I've got my own on there. The rack is the same size as a Gibraltar rack. We've got a lot of plastic parts. I think that's okay because it makes it lighter. The Gibraltar stuff obviously would hold up better because it's metal, but not too shabby. The bass pedal's okay, nothing to write home about. I actually had to bend these out a little bit so that they would stay in the holder. The beater is nothing to write home about either. The snare stand is interesting. Just a regular stand basically, but it comes into the side here. And then the bass drum mounts here and here. It just slides right down. Slides right down on it. I'm not a huge fan of having a whole bunch of Traps written all over everywhere, but it's okay. The bar here's got Traps written on it. As you can probably see back there, I've got Gibraltar, and so I don't like go out of my way to not show it, but I'm not a super big fan of advertising like that. The toms, oh my gosh, the toms took me so long to get set up correctly. Basically, you want to put this one as far to the side and this one as far to the side as possible. I've got a nice little gap there. And then same deal with this. It's got to be pretty much as high as possible. And then the cymbal stands, it's a boom stand, so you can have it however you want. I'll probably mess around with how I want to have that, but you can just have it go straight up if you want. I had this mounted on the side. It's not your regular Gibraltar clamp. It's got one that you can open up and you can use a drum key on to turn this however you want. And then I've got a regular boom arm. So I actually had a ride cymbal hanging off of it. But I ultimately decided to go with the set as is with 2 cymbals. And again, it didn't come with the cymbals, didn't come with the throne. I have a Gibraltar. It's got a hydraulic in there. That's nice. So I went with my own Gibraltar and throne and 3 Zildjian K cymbals. Let's see, I was going to show you what it looked like to pack it up and put it away, but I'm too lazy to do that right now. So I may do that in the future. We'll see. It's about 60 pounds, so you can pick it up and move it yourself. But I think I'm going to get a friend to help me carry it and put it in the car when I go. But basically, you can take these guys and flop them down. And this kind swings in and turns over, and this swings in and turns over. I may do another video of actually moving it some other time, but not today. So how loud is it? Well, it's about the same as a regular kit. But let's see. And now here's the Traps kit. It came with this drum key, and you have to use that on a lot of the positioning there, right there. You kind of want to pay attention to that when you put the drums together. Of course, I had to flip some things around. I would tell you the right way to do it, but I'm not really sure yet. Looks like having it on this side is probably good. I must have already moved those this side away from the drums so you can get to it. They give you a cute little pair of sticks, but I'm not a fan. So I play with Vic Firth American Classic Extreme 5B-N. The N stands for nylon tip. 5B Extreme. Extreme means it's a little bit longer than normal. It looks like it can fold up into about a 3 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot space. So if you have a trunk or a SUV or a minivan or whatever, that's how much room you need, about 3 feet by 3 feet by 2 feet. That's my guess anyway. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I know it's not going to be the same as that kit, but it has a good sound, and I think you could use it for a regular drum kit. It doesn't have to be just for practice. It definitely sounds fine if you mic it. The bass drum, I think I've got a little bit of work to do, and the floor tom is okay, but it doesn't like it's not the end all be all of floor toms. But I think overall it's got a good sound to it, and I don't know. See what you think.